Hello everyone, you're watching Pharma and Reality, the channel where we speak honestly about health, no sugarcoating, no empty promises. Today's topic affects every third adult on the planet, hypertension or high blood pressure. At first glance, it seems like an older person's disease, but statistics tell a different story. More and more people are experiencing hypertension as early as their 30 seconds and 40 seconds. And this isn't just about numbers on a blood pressure monitor. It's a real threat. Stroke, heart attack, kidney failure, loss of vision. Hypertension is called the silent killer for a reason. It slowly destroys the body from the inside out. And because of fear, many people grab the first thing the market offers: synthetic blood pressure pills. The illusion of instant relief. Picture this: a 4 or 5-year-old man working in a stressful office job starts feeling a pounding headache, ringing in his ears, maybe even spots before his eyes. He checks his blood pressure, 170 over 110. Panic. He rushes to the pharmacy. The pharmacist hands him a box. This will bring your pressure down in 30 minutes. He swallows the pill, and yes, his numbers drop. The headache fades, he feels better, and for a moment, it seems like salvation. But this is exactly where the first trap begins. How do blood pressure pills work? To understand, let's break it down simply. Some drugs force blood vessels to dilate so blood flows more easily. Others act as diuretics, flushing fluid out through the kidneys and lowering blood volume. Still others slow the heart down, so it pumps with less force. They all lower blood pressure quickly. But here's the truth: they target the symptom, not the cause. The vessels remain stiff and inflamed. Cholesterol plaques keep building up. Stress hormones remain high. It's like patching cracks in a dam with duct tape. The water may stop leaking for now, but the pressure is still building, and eventually the dam will burst. The real price of quick fixes. When people rely on synthetic drugs long-term, they pay 3 hidden prices. The price for the heart. Your heart is forced to adapt to sudden vessel dilation or slower beats. These constant swings wear out the heart muscle. The risk of heart attack only grows. The price for the kidneys. Diuretics may flush excess fluid, but they also drain vital minerals like potassium and magnesium, essential for heart rhythm and nerve function. The result? Arrhythmias, muscle cramps, fatigue. The price for the mind. Psychological dependence creeps in. People start thinking, without my pill, I won't survive. Every day becomes a ritual. Open the box, take the pill, breathe easier. Forget it once and panic sets in. That's not freedom. That's captivity. Side effects. On paper versus reality. The leaflets list dizziness, weakness, nausea, swelling, even sexual dysfunction. But patients often report more: memory and concentration problems, constant ringing in the ears, fatigue that doesn't go away, depression linked to feeling powerless without the pill. This isn't in the glossy ads, but it's the reality many live with. The illusion of freedom. The cruelest part? Synthetic drugs give a false sense of freedom. Numbers look good, so people think they can relax, enjoy salty food, alcohol, late nights, but the body doesn't forgive. Every indulgence damages the vessels further, making pressure spikes worse. Soon, life without the pill feels impossible. Real stories. Hans, 52. I started blood pressure pills 5 years ago. At first, everything was fine. No headaches, normal readings, but after a year, I noticed I couldn't function without them. If I missed a dose, my numbers skyrocketed. Then came kidney issues from the diuretics. Now, I have a whole list of medications, and I feel like a prisoner. Robert, 47. My hypertension came from work stress. The doctor prescribed pills, and yes, they lowered my numbers. But I felt dizzy, weak, and terrified of leaving the house without my meds. It wasn't health, it was dependence. Miracle pills online. Then there's the internet market. Websites promising the secret herb doctors hide, or the natural cure banned in Europe. Glossy bottles, glowing reviews. But inside, starch and fillers, unknown chemicals, sometimes hidden synthetic compounds, the same as pharmacy drugs, but without dosage control. That's even riskier. People believe they're taking something natural, but in fact they're swallowing unregulated drugs. After disappointment with pharmacy pills, many people look for another way. This path seems gentler, more natural, and safer. No chemicals, no doctors, no prescriptions, just herbs, teas, tinctures, and so-called ancient recipes. The internet is full of promises. The secret of Tibetan monks to lower blood pressure, a longevity drink that replaces pills, garlic and lemon, and hypertension is gone forever. It all sounds beautiful, but the truth is, this is the second trap. Legends versus science. The stories behind these remedies are often wrapped in poetic language. For example, garlic thins the blood, so pressure goes down. Lemon strengthens your vessels, so you can forget hypertension. Herbal tea balances the body with the energy of the Sunday. It sounds convincing until you look at the science. Yes, garlic can slightly reduce reduce cholesterol. Yes, lemon contains vitamin C. Yes, some herbs have mild diuretic effects. But these actions are too weak to stabilize blood pressure in someone with hypertension. Doctors call this the placebo effect. People believe it works, so they feel better for a while. But the disease keeps progressing in silence. The trap of fakes. Where demand is huge, scams are everywhere. The internet is flooded with natural capsules for blood pressure. Pretty packaging, golden letters, fake certificates of quality. But inside, at best, starch and fillers. At worst, heavy metals, cheap stimulants, or untested chemicals. Sometimes hidden doses of the same synthetic drugs sold in pharmacies. That's the most dangerous scenario. People think they're taking something safe and natural, but in fact they're swallowing unregulated chemicals, putting themselves at even greater risk of stroke, kidney damage, or unpredictable side effects. The trap of time. Even when folk remedies are clean and not toxic, they steal the most precious thing, time. Imagine a 5-year-old woman who drinks hawthorn tincture every day, convinced she's strengthening her heart. She spends money, time, and hope, but her blood pressure stays high. Meanwhile, hypertension silently destroys her blood vessels, heart, and kidneys. Years later, she suffers a stroke and only then realizes that all those years of herbal teas and tinctures were wasted. Real stories. Claudia, 58. I was afraid of chemicals, so I tried herbs. Every day I drank garlic and lemon tea. It tasted awful, but I believed in it. A year later, I had a hypertensive crisis. My pressure shot up to 220. I ended up in the hospital. Doctors told me if I had started proper treatment earlier, I could have avoided this. Marco, 50. I ordered capsules online labeled 100% natural. I took 3 courses, but nothing changed. Then I found out those capsules contained hidden stimulants. My condition got worse. I wasted hundreds of euros in time I can't get back. The illusion of safety. The biggest myth of folk remedies is that they are completely safe. People think if it's natural, it can't harm me. But in reality, garlic can irritate the stomach and cause ulcers. Hawthorn can worsen certain heart conditions. Lemon and honey are sugar, and sugar in excess raises blood pressure. And worst of all, the pressure doesn't actually stabilize. It swings up and down unpredictably, and every spike is a risk for stroke. After the disappointments of quick fix pills and the empty promises of folk remedies, many people feel trapped. One path is dangerous, the other is useless. But this is where the real journey begins. The path that doesn't mask symptoms but addresses the root causes of high blood pressure. Why does blood pressure rise? Blood pressure isn't just numbers on a monitor. It reflects the health of your blood vessels, heart, kidneys, and nervous system. When pressure rises, it means multiple processes in the body are breaking down. Vessel spasm, stress, chronic fatigue, and high cortisol levels make vessels rigid and unable to relax. Blood flows with greater resistance, raising pressure. Loss of elasticity. Over time, vessels thicken and harden, accumulating calcium and cholesterol. Like an old garden hose, they no longer bend, they crack. Heart overload. The heart works like a pump. When vessels narrow, it must push harder, straining itself daily. Kidney imbalance. Kidneys regulate sodium and potassium. When overworked, they retain sodium, which traps fluid and raises blood volume and pressure. Chronic inflammation. Poor diet, obesity, smoking, and alcohol trigger inflammation. Vessel walls weaken and develop microcracks where cholesterol builds up. The result, hypertension, isn't random. It's the outcome of systemic dysfunction, and that's why no single pill can solve it. The science of nutrient support. Research shows that certain nutrients directly address the core mechanisms of hypertension. They don't just lower numbers temporarily, they help restore balance. Magnesium relaxes vessel walls, reduces spasms, and improves blood flow. Magnesium deficiency is strongly linked to high blood pressure. Potassium balances sodium, removes excess fluid, and eases pressure on vessels. One of the most important minerals for stable blood pressure. Omega-3 fatty acids reduce inflammation, improve vessel elasticity, and protect the heart. Studies show that people who consume omega-3 regularly have significantly lower risks of heart attack and stroke. Coenzyme Q10, CoQ10, the energy source for the heart muscle, improves stamina, reduces fatigue, and supports healthy cardiac function. In Japan, CoQ10 is officially used as heart support therapy. Vitamin D3 plus K2. D3 helps regulate blood pressure through hormone balance, while K2 directs calcium into bones, preventing calcification of vessels. Together, they keep arteries flexible. Olive leaf extract, Europain, rich in polyphenols that lower blood pressure, strengthen vessels, and act as powerful antioxidants. This is one of the secrets behind the Mediterranean diet. Why this works better than pills or myths? The comparison is simple. Synthetic drugs like pouring water on a fire every night but never fixing the faulty wiring. The flames keep coming back. Folk remedies like sprinkling holy water on the walls and hoping the cracks will disappear. Pretty, but useless. The right nutrient combination, like repairing the wiring, reinforcing the walls, and fixing the roof. The house is safe again. Real stories. Elizabeth, 60. For years, I took blood pressure pills. The numbers went down, but I felt weak and dependent. When I added magnesium and potassium, it was the first time I felt my body working naturally. My sleep improved, headaches faded, and the pressure swings stopped. Johan, 55. I wasted time and money on teas and internet remedies. Nothing worked. When I started omega-3 and CoQ10, my energy came back, my breathing improved, and my blood pressure stabilized. My doctor was surprised by the results. Imagine the result. Blood pressure that's stable without dangerous spikes. A heart that works calmly, not under constant strain. More energy and confidence in daily life. No more fear of forgetting a pill. This isn't a temporary effect. It's a foundation that strengthens day after day. A formula for blood pressure support. Based on this science, we've assembled a formula of key nutrients: magnesium, potassium, omega-3, coenzyme Q10, vitamin D3 plus K2, and olive leaf extract. This combination doesn't act as a crutch. It supports the body's natural mechanisms. Final choice. For anyone living with hypertension, there are 3 paths. Synthetic drugs, fast relief, but a dead end. Folk myths, pretty promises that waste years. Targeted nutrients, real, natural support from within. The choice is obvious. We've prepared this formula so you can support your body safely and effectively. You can order it right now. The link is in the video description. We've added links for nearly every country, so it's easy to find and order wherever you live. Don't wait. The sooner you start supporting your system, the sooner you'll feel stability, energy, and control. Click the link in the description and choose your option today.